Did it. You caught them in the lie. Said the thing that you had rehearsed 1,000 times before. In the shower, watch their face do the flicker. It does when the story stops working. For about 4 seconds, it felt like winning. Then what? Hello, my friends. My name is Anushka and I'm a motivational speaker, and I've been making videos on YouTube for quite some time. You can go and have a look at the archive of the older videos down below. I'm a qualified clinician with a master's in clinical psychology and a postgraduate diploma in applied psychology. So I use theory and lived experience to help you understand the situation a little bit better and think of this a little bit differently so that you can level up your mind and see through the fantasy. Let's get into the video. Well, the thing is, I want to start off by saying that most people who have been through this, you try to explain it to another person and they're never going to get it. They're never going to understand it. You don't picture forgiveness at first. Picture finally winning that argument against the narcissist. You rehearse the comeback. Literally talked about it to yourself in the mirror. Screenshot that you never sent, but you know, and the conversation that plays in a loop at 2 a.m. And this isn't pettiness, my friends. This is not pettiness. Okay, this is your nervous system trying to find stability, trying to complete something they never got to finish the first time around. One client, okay, let's call her Mira just for argument's sake. Spent 18 months building a folder of evidence, screenshots, dates, times. Everything was meticulously written down, but she never sent any of it. But she told me the folder itself felt like proof that she wasn't crazy, like she wasn't losing her mind. And that's the job that it was doing. Not validation, not persuasion, it was just that. So that she did not feel like she was losing her mind. So the day that it actually happened, someone finally gets that moment. The receipts land, the narcissist can't spin it. And you feel that there's this strange kind of relief when you present the narcissist with all this evidence. You've got it. They can't back out. They can't back out of it because there's the evidence in black and white. So you present it, there's a relief. But then soon after comes this flatness, sometimes even tears of relief, tears that it actually has landed, that it's there. But it doesn't feel like triumph. Why? Because the win was never about being right. It was about being seen. And there is the difference. And even with the narcissist being cornered, being caught red-handed, it's there in black and white. It doesn't mean anything, really, if you think about it, because the narcissist will never admit to anything. Because if they admit to this reality, they basically lose their fantasy. So they're never going to admit to anything. And they're very clever at it because they have an answer for everything. There's always a solution, there's always a story. And you know what? When they do explain it, when that does happen, it makes you question your reality. And the moment I think that happens is basically you saying to them, I needed you to see my reality, what you did to me. And that was never going to be delivered, no matter how airtight your case actually is. The narcissist is never going to admit it. I had another client, let's call him Dan, and he finally got his ex to admit in writing something that she had denied for years. He thought that he would feel vindicated. He thought that he'd feel good because she'd finally say it, it would finally come out into the open. He described it as this, and it was really, really interesting how Dan had said it. He said it was like winning a court case where that person wasn't actually in the courtroom. So it was anticlimax. It didn't feel real. The admission existed, the recognition that he wanted never arrived. So what does the win actually give you? Not the apology, not the accountability. What it gives you is data. Confirmation that this really did happen. It confirms the reality that you were accurate all along. And I just want you to know that that's not nothing. That is clarity of self-concept, that you were right, and that you start to trust your own perception again, which is very, very important in this work. The win is useful as a checkpoint, but not as the destination, because it's never going to give you the satisfaction. It is never going to give you the fulfillment, because The thing is, when you get one up on the narcissist, or when you present them with the evidence, when you show them all of this, and yes, you are right, and yes, you are well within your right, it is never going to give you the clarity, the validation that you are looking for. It's not actually going to make you feel any better. It will stop you from doubting yourself, which is really, really important. But they're never going to admit to anything because they don't like accountability and they don't like to be wrong. Because again, it's like what I said earlier in the video. This is all about them. If they admit to you, that means they lose themselves. That means that their fantasy is shattered. Now they're not going to be doing that. And if we want to go deeper, that means that they expose their real selves. And this is what they have been desperately trying to hide for absolutely years from you. And that is the trap. You don't see it for what it really is. And they get to do whatever it is that they want to do. But when you see it, when you work it out, that is when you know this for you. And you see, the narcissist then knows that the game is up. They know that you know. And for a lot of people that are in this situation, what happens is they leave, they go. Sometimes there may not even be a fight. Sometimes there may not be a confrontation. They'll just leave because they know that they have been seen. And this for them is very uncomfortable. So what I do have to say is, one woman in the alchemy method cohort, she noticed that she started collecting wins against the narcissist. The way that some people collect grievances, each one meant a lot to her. It meant that she wasn't going crazy. It was a validation for her. Naming that pattern out aloud was actually the turning point, really, for her. But she realized, even though she was collecting these wins, what did they actually mean? What was she looking for? She was looking for validation of self. She was looking that she wasn't the one that was going crazy. And that was it. I said to her, stop collecting the wins. You already know that you are good enough. You already know that actually you are right. The repair of self isn't the confrontation. It's not that you need the narcissist to admit that they have done something wrong. That isn't what it's about. You already trust yourself. You already know within yourself that you are right. And this is the important work, not the wins that you collect against them. It's about rebuilding trust in yourself. It's about rebuilding the love and the trust, the validation of self. That's what this really is about. It's not about winning against the narcissist, because I'll tell you something, you're never going to win against them simply because you are not made from the same material that they are. Even if you call them out, even if you are the one that was right, they are never going to admit it. And it's not because you're wrong. It's not because there's something wrong with you. They're just never going to do that. So don't waste your energy. Don't even waste your breath. You know you are right. But the problem here is, or the real question here is, even though you've got all of this evidence, what are you going to do with it? What does that prove to you? And what does that then entail? Are you ready to hear the truth and have the validation that this person, well, maybe they are this way for a reason. Maybe they are just like this and they don't have the bandwidth to really change. And that's the real question. What are you going to do about it? So land the emotional truth. The narcissist isn't about getting it right from them. It's not about that. It's about you doing the right thing for you. If you are going through this, my friends, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, because I would love that so much. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.